Welcome to LeLesChronicles. Letra Davis here. I bring you greetings. I am coming to you for Motivation Monday. I thank you so much for joining me. I have some wonderful information tonight. I do own the rights to this music. It is I See Your Glory. If you want to know more about the song and where you can download it, please let me know. It is a song about the glorious seasons of God, and it ties right into what we are talking about tonight. So please join me. So, Motivation Monday, what is that about? Again, I'm Letra Davis from LeLesChronicles, and I get the awesome opportunity to help infuse you with energy, encouragement, and empowerment and strength. And I thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to be talking about embrace the change, and I want you to pay attention to this because we get into a lifestyle of the hamster's wheel. We get into the lifestyle of doing the same things the same way all of the time. And so tonight or today, depending on where you are in the world at this very moment, we're going to try to encourage you to think about some things so differently, okay? So we are in the season of change, right? This is autumn or fall, depends on where you are in the world, how you say it. And there are leaves turning different colors. They're falling off of the trees, making way for a new season for growth, right? The stars, the stars are brightly shining in the night. If you have a low level of earth lights in the area that you live in, you are able to look at the sky at nighttime and see the stars sparkling and glistening, and they are so beautiful beyond other seasons of the year that they're not as bright. Yes, and it's a beautiful thing to see. You're seeing new growth everywhere. The temperature has changed. For those of us who live in hot climates, we are enjoying a lower temperature that feels real nice. And again, for those who are in the colder climates, sorry, we still don't have to wear coats. Love y'all. So what does that mean? How does that translate to us when it pertains to our own lives? Life brings changes. No matter what you try to do to prevent it, for those that like a very detailed and a very specific line of life, you cannot escape change. And I want to help encourage you today about embracing change. Some of us go kicking and screaming like a little baby, a little toddler on the floor who does not want to do certain things that their parent is requiring them or wanting them to do. Some of us go kicking and screaming, and we have these adult tantrums, if you will, because there are things falling away in our lives. There are things that are shifting and they're moving and they're changing, and the pattern is no longer the same from where we came from or what we are accustomed to. And so what I would like to express today is that when you are in that circumstance where you are faced with a life change, no matter what that is, it may be painful, but understand that it might be also necessary for you to grow, for you to experience new things, for you to explore new areas of your mind, new areas of your heart and emotions. Okay, so although some of our changes that are needed and necessary in life may be painful and uncomfortable, I'm telling you that the less you go kicking and screaming, the less adult tantrum that you throw, the better you'll get through it, the better you will move forward. Kicking and screaming won't hurt anybody but who? Us, you, okay? So embrace change just like we embrace the seasons of the world, the earth in terms of nature in all of the beauty that that brings. Let us also learn in those times of changing seasons in our lives to embrace it. And that can be hard sometimes. That can be very difficult. I do not pretend like that is easy. But in the really, really difficult times, I would ask you to please ask for help. It's okay to ask for emotional support. It's okay to seek out mental health support. If you are able to get counseling, maybe your job might offer a certain amount of free counseling, a few sessions on your insurance company's policy. Look into that. Or maybe there is a clinic in your community that offers state-supported counseling regardless of your income. Or if you don't have that, maybe you have a community of faith where you can ask your reverend or your pastor, your support pastoral team, someone to come alongside you, or even a friend, even a trusted friend, where you can just express, I am going through something that I've never experienced before and I don't like it. It's all right to confess and to convey and to voice that you don't like something. It's all right to let it be known that you don't want certain changes. It's okay to speak it out of your mouth. That's all right. Holding it in is not good. So please don't misunderstand when I say to embrace change. That's not to say that you should hold it in and ball it up. But what I am saying is it's all right to express your displeasure about it, but at the same time, learn to say, okay, it is here. This is what it is. Let me acknowledge it. How can I move in a way to shift, to adjust, and to embrace this new change and to move forward with the growth that will come with the new change? Okay. And let me also say that I do not suggest in embracing change that if you are experiencing wanting to do things that are harmful, irresponsible, without thought, without care, if those are the type of changes that you're experiencing mentally and emotionally, those are not what I'm referring to. Those are danger points. Those are flags that you need to then seek out help to say, hey, I'm experiencing wanting to do certain things that is irresponsible or reckless. So I'm not promoting or suggesting embracing recklessness or embracing anything that would cause harm to yourself or to others. I'm referring to certain things that come in our lives that we don't necessarily have control over. And so those are the things. So as an example, if you have a circumstance in your household with a family member, whether that is a child or a spouse, that something is happening where it changes the dynamic of your relationship, those kind of things. Or if you are experiencing a change where you may have been laid off or fired from your job, or you may have had to receive a pay cut, or you may have had to have furloughing on your job where your job sort of kind of pulls back on your amount of hours, whatever the changes are, those are the type of things I'm referring to. So that way, those are things that you don't want to happen, you don't like happening, but they are happening. And so the opposite of kicking and screaming, which is not a good way to try to deal with it, is to say, okay, how can I deal with this? And I would suggest you also, obviously, first and foremost, go to the Lord about that and seek Him in prayer. Seek Him in your time of meditation to say, God, I need your help. I don't understand why this is happening to me. I absolutely had to ask God that. In 2017, I had to walk around my community, and if somebody had have had a video camera or their cell phone out and recorded me, they would have heard my conversation with God out loud. And I was asking God, Lord, why are you allowing this horrible thing to happen to me? What is going on? I don't understand. It's not going to hurt God's feelings when you ask him what is going on, why is it going on, and what does he want you to do in the midst of what's happening. It's not going to make God angry that you ask those questions. In fact, it's a sign of your wanting to understand who he is in your life and the nature of your relationship with him, that you would go to him and communicate and pray, okay? So please don't feel afraid. I know there was a saying many years ago, and plus that saying still is around in certain circles, where you don't question God. No, you can ask God questions. The difference is, it's whether you're coming to him in a heart of humbleness or in a heart of brashness and accusing him of things. So that's the difference, okay? So embrace change, learn the lessons within the changing, let things fall away that need to fall away. Don't hold on to things that need to fall away, because it will cause stagnation and a repeat of the same thing happening in your life over and over and over until you learn to embrace change. That's all I have for this night. I love you. I praise God for you. Please go to my YouTube channel where you can find more content such as this. Support me. Go to Patreon, Patreon, and become a patron of LeLesChronicles, because I bring this content to you with all my heart, and it would help me with your support with becoming a Patreon, as well as going to my YouTube channel, Letra Davis, and subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing if you have found this helpful, and or if you find it that it could help a person that you love. God bless you. Light, love, Letra.